Are you searching for the hidden secrets within your inner world that might inadvertently be diminishing your appeal? My answer is to be prepared to confront yourself through the perspective of Stoicism, a school of thought that not only teaches us how to endure hardship, but also helps us to deeply understand the habits that may be holding us back. According to experts from around the world, there are certain personal qualities that, if not recognized and improved, will reduce your attractiveness to others. However, these behaviors are also signs of not truly understanding and applying Stoic philosophy in life. In this video, we will explore 5 specific behavioral mistakes drawn from research and Stoic viewpoints that make you less appealing. This is not just a journey to explore the external, but also to shine a light into the soul, to find and remove the hidden shadows within each of us. Are these habits you? Or are they just a curtain you inadvertently put up to hide the uncertainty and fear you are trying to avoid facing? Join me to discover, correct, and develop to become the best version of yourself, a person who is both attractive and strong in the true spirit of Stoic philosophy. Mistakes number 1. Using self-deprecating humor. Humor plays an undeniable role in smoothing out the edges of daily life and fostering better relationships. However, a specific comedic technique, self-deprecating humor, if not used skillfully, can be counterproductive and lead to serious consequences for how we are perceived and evaluated. Nothing demonstrates this point more clearly than through the lens of Stoic philosophy, a school of thought that values self-control and self-respect. Self-deprecating humor is a means to relieve stress or ease awkward situations through self-mockery. It is a form of self-criticism where one displays humility or self-awareness of personal shortcomings. However, it is crucial to recognize that abusing this technique can lead to a diminished self-image in the eyes of others, gradually eroding the respect they have for us. One of the most negative consequences is that frequent self-mockery can signal a lack of confidence in others. This not only affects how we view ourselves, but also weakens the trust and respect others have for us. Stoic philosophy advises us to maintain a calm and controlled demeanor, avoiding letting negative emotions dictate our actions and words. Instead of using humor as a tool to demean oneself, we should find ways to use it to enhance our value and forge genuine connections with others. Employing humor creatively and positively can highlight our intelligence and sensitivity instead of making us the subject of ridicule. As Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, once said, "If you want to be respected, start by respecting yourself." To build self-respect, we need a deep understanding of our personal values and self-respect. When used properly, humor can reflect this self-respect and emotional self-control. This not only helps us maintain respect from others, but also strengthens our belief in our abilities. By moving away from self-deprecating humor, we open the door to sincere communication. Relationships based on sincerity and mutual respect are much more robust than those founded on pretense. Stoic philosophy emphasizes that every individual has value and deserves respect, not just in how we treat others, but also in how we present ourselves. Consider the case of John, a talented office worker who is renowned for his intelligence and creative problem-solving skills. However, in every meeting, he frequently uses self-deprecating humor to break the serious atmosphere and make everyone laugh. Initially, John's colleagues saw this as an endearing trait, a sign of his humble nature and self-deprecating ability. Over time, however, the image John created through his self-deprecating jokes began to have unintended consequences. In important meetings, when his colleagues needed to see a decisive and confident leader, they saw John continually joking about his own abilities and experience. This not only weakened their trust in him, but also made them question his leadership abilities in stressful or crises. Gradually, promotion opportunities within the company began to pass him by unnoticed. Despite John's actual capabilities and significant contributions to major projects, the lack of confidence he constantly displayed through his humor made his superiors and colleagues hesitant to entrust him with greater responsibilities. This not only affected John's career, but also served as a costly lesson on the importance of maintaining a professional and confident image, especially in a corporate environment. Sadly, John realized too late that even the smallest joke can significant impression in the minds of others. Through this analysis, it is hoped that you can see the importance of using humor wisely in building a personal image and social relationships. Remember, each word and action reflects our intrinsic values and also affects how others perceive and evaluate us. Have you ever experienced a situation where you felt that a self-deprecating joke of yours ruined a relationship or an opportunity? Share your experience, and let's explore how we can use humor more wisely. We often seek comfort and acceptance from those around us, but perhaps this need reveals our deepest fears. The fear of being abandoned, not being loved. However, the Stoic philosophy, with its focus on self-control and mental independence, invites us to look inward. Let us delve deeper into why excessive dependence on others can diminish our appeal, and how we can find inner strength and become more independent and more attractive. Mistakes number 2. Being needy. The necessity is not merely a desire for attention or help from others. It is also a manifestation of a lack of self-control and the ability to embrace personal independence. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, once said, "We are disturbed not by events, but by the views which we take of them." Necessity digs deep into fears of loneliness and deprivation, driving individuals into a spiral of seeking external validation, thus obscuring their ability to self-manage and be content with themselves. Those who feel a strong necessity often do not realize that this behavior not only weakens their allure, but also makes them less appealing to others. An overdependence on others creates an imbalance in relationships, leading to pressure and discomfort for both parties. Consequently, the relationship becomes strained, and the needy person may be viewed as lacking independence and personal strength. The expression of necessity varies widely, from constantly demanding attention, control, or approval, to an inability to make personal decisions independently. Imagine a friend named Sarah. Sarah always feels insecure when she doesn't continuously receive attention from her friends. In her daily life, Sarah frequently texts her best friend, Emily, so often that if Emily doesn't respond immediately, Sarah feels anxious and lonely. One evening, while Emily was enjoying dinner with her family, her phone kept receiving messages from Sarah, who felt lonely and wanted to talk. The first message was a simple query: "What are you doing?" When there was no immediate response, Sarah began sending more messages, each more urgent and rapid than the last. "Where are you? I need to talk. Why aren't you answering me? I need you." Eventually, when Emily still didn't respond immediately, because she was busy, Sarah sent a flurry of messages expressing her frustration and feelings of abandonment. Sarah's actions not only put pressure on Emily, but also made Emily feel exhausted from constantly having to meet Sarah's emotional needs. Sarah, due to her necessity, failed to realize that Emily also had her responsibilities and concerns. Sarah's excessive dependence on Emily for constant comfort and affirmation is a clear manifestation of necessity, a habit that Stoicism would advise needs to be overcome to foster personal growth and maintain healthy relationships. To combat necessity, we must develop autonomy and confidence. The Stoic approach emphasizes the awareness and adjustment of one's thoughts. By focusing on personal development and internal freedom, each individual can learn to be self-sufficient and minimize dependence on others. This not only helps us become more independent, but also improves the quality of our social relationships. As we reduce our urgency and become more autonomous, we not only enhance our attractiveness, but also strengthen our relationships with others. Independence creates allure, making us more appealing to others and enhancing our power. As Marcus Aurelius said, "Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look." Through awareness and combating necessity, we not only build a better personal image, but also enhance our ability to face challenges based on the solid principles of Stoic philosophy. We discover not only spiritual freedom, but also freedom in action and decision-making, a crucial step in the journey of self-improvement and development. Your perspective is very valuable to us. Have you ever felt that your necessity has affected your relationships? Please share your experience and how you overcame it. Mistakes number 3. Lack of ambition. Ambition, in the eyes of a Stoic, is not a blind pursuit of fame and wealth. It is a deep desire to achieve inner perfection and a virtuous life. Unfortunately, a lack of ambition not only hinders individuals, but can also diminish their appeal and charm. This is an in-depth exploration of the importance of developing ambition, how it affects the way we are perceived, and how Stoicism can guide us to not just survive, but to live a meaningful life. A lack of ambition is not just the absence of a desire to succeed. It is a mental state where one lacks motivation, goals, and a clear direction. This is one of the biggest behavioral errors that can make an individual less appealing. Without goals to strive for, their life lacks energy and purpose, which can easily be sensed in how they interact with the world around them. When ambition is missing, an individual often falls into stagnation, not just in their career, but also in personal and social relationships. They may come across as disinterested and indifferent to their issues as well as those of others. In the workplace, this can manifest as a lack of initiative and unwillingness to take responsibility, causing them to miss opportunities for growth and advancement. In relationships, a lack of ambition prevents them from meeting the expectations of others, leading to fractures and a lack of deep connections. A life without ambition not only reduces personal allure, but can also have serious psychological and emotional consequences. The absence of goals and motivation can lead to feelings of frustration and dissatisfaction, making one feel lost and valueless. This not only negatively impacts mental health, but also hinders personal development. For a follower of Stoic philosophy, ambition is not the pursuit of external achievements. Instead, it is a continuous effort to develop oneself and gain a deeper understanding of oneself and the world. Ambition is a journey towards seeking wisdom, inner peace, and living a life of meaning. Consider a specific example. Look at the story of Alex, a young software engineer working at a tech company. Alex's daily routine was simply going to the company and completing assigned tasks without any clear career goals or passion for his work. His life seemed to be just a repetitive sequence of days, lacking vitality and motivation. Things began to change when a friend introduced Alex to Stoic philosophy. He started spending time each day reflecting on his values and life purpose. Through this exploration, Alex realized that he wanted to become an influential leader who could bring about positive changes within his company and community. To realize this goal, Alex enrolled in an intensive leadership course and began participating in volunteer projects to develop management skills and understand social issues. He also actively participated in discussion groups and workshops to expand his network and learn from others. The change in Alex's mindset and approach to work not only enhanced his position in the company, but also made him more appealing to colleagues and friends. Alex not only felt more satisfied with himself, but also more confident and proactive in all aspects of his life. Seneca, one of the great Stoic philosophers, once said, "There is no favorable wind for the sailor who doesn't know where he wants to go." This statement resonates deeply with the importance of having a clear goal. Ambition is not just a driving force that propels us forward, but also a compass that helps us navigate the turbulent journey of life. Have you ever felt lost? Are you ready to seek your true purpose and cultivate ambition to become the best version of yourself? Life is not just a monotonous journey from point A to point B. It is an adventure where each individual can create change. Ambition is the catalyst through which we not only transform ourselves, but can also positively influence and affect the world around us. As we nurture and develop our ambitions, we attract not only attention, but also the admiration and respect of others. Ambition is not a flaw. It is a valuable quality that each of us should strive to embody in our daily lives. Mistakes number 4. Being reactive. In life, how we react to challenges and conflicts not only shapes our self-image, but also affects how others perceive us. Overreacting is not just a lifestyle choice, but also a sign of a lack of self-control, something that the philosophy of self-discipline considers crucial to maintain. In a world where every action and reaction is amplified through social media and constant communication, the ability to remain calm becomes a valuable asset. When we allow emotions to overwhelm reason, we not only lose the ability to think clearly, but also tend to display negative reactions such as anger, disappointment, or anxiety. Imagine a typical day at the high-tech office of Sophia Reynolds, a well-respected project manager in Seattle. Sophia is known for her professionalism and high expectations of her team, but tends to overreact to minor mistakes. One day, during the weekly report, a team member, Mike, accidentally made a small error in data analysis, leading to some confusion in the presented figures. Upon discovering this during a meeting with the executives, Sophia became angry and publicly criticized Mike, even though the mistake did not significantly impact the overall project outcome. This incident created a tense atmosphere, not only between Sophia and Mike, but also spread throughout the team. Mike's colleagues began to feel fearful and anxious about possibly facing similar criticism for their mistakes. This led to a lack of confidence at work, with everyone excessively double-checking their work, resulting in project delays and decreased overall work efficiency. Instead of fostering a supportive and positive environment where every member could learn from mistakes, the workplace became tense and pressure-filled. This incident has highlighted the importance of remaining calm and approaching mistakes in a constructive manner rather than with criticism. Sophia realized that she needed to change her approach to maintain trust and respect from her team, instead of creating a work environment filled with anxiety and fear. From this situation, we see that calmness brings undeniable mental strength. When you are calm, you not only build respect from others, but also make them feel secure and comfortable around you. Calmness also allows us to focus on solving the problem rather than just reacting to it. To truly improve emotional control, the first step is self-awareness of one's reactions. Through observation and self-analysis, we can gradually identify emotional triggers and find ways to effectively manage them. Practicing meditation and mindfulness are two proven methods for reducing stress and improving emotional control. Moreover, setting aside time to reflect before responding can help us avoid impulsive and thoughtless reactions. As the Bible says in James 1:19, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. This advice emphasizes the importance of restraint and careful consideration before acting. By listening and thinking before speaking, we not only avoid action and words that may cause harm, but also maintain respect and trust from those around us. When reflecting on these questions, we not only find ways to improve ourselves, but also recognize the value of controlling our reactions in maintaining personal appeal and influence. Calmness, when practiced correctly, is not just a Stoic principle, but a lifestyle that helps us build and maintain sustainable relationships and achieve success in all aspects of life. Have you ever experienced a situation where your negative reaction caused long-lasting consequences that you later regretted? What did you learn from that experience? And how have you improved your ability to control your emotions? Let us know your answer. We are often encouraged to sell ourselves, from job interviews to personal relationships. But when does self-presentation become boasting? And does boasting make you more attractive to others? Let's explore one of the most common behavioral mistakes through the lens of Stoic philosophy. Stoicism is not just a doctrine about endurance. It is also a reminder of humility and true character. As Marcus Aurelius wrote in his Meditations, "When you have done a good deed that another has had the benefit of, why do you need a third reward, as fools do, praise for having done well, or looking for a favor in return?" We will explore how boasting can diminish your appeal and how Stoicism can help us find a more humble path. A path through which we can truly enhance our value in the eyes of others. Mistakes number 5. Boasting. Boasting is a behavior that can significantly diminish an individual's attractiveness. This fact is particularly important through the lens of Stoic philosophy, which emphasizes humility and truth. To better understand the impact and strategies for managing this behavior, we will explore the nature of boasting, its consequences on social relationships, and how to responsibly share success. Boasting can be defined as an individual's attempt to attract attention, admiration, or even envy from others by excessively displaying their achievements, possessions, or abilities. The hidden purpose behind boasting is often the need to elevate one's self-worth above others, rather than sharing achievements sincerely and modestly. Boasting not only causes others to lose their favorable impression of the boaster, but also weakens the trust and respect they hold for that person. When someone constantly praises themselves, they inadvertently create a distance between themselves and those around them, making relationships distant and disconnected. This not only reduces the individual's appeal, but can also lead to feelings of loneliness and isolation. Strong relationships are built on a foundation of sincerity and mutual respect. When a person frequently boasts, they not only make others feel devalued, but can also break trust. Relationships can be severely damaged due to uncontrolled boasting. To share achievements without boasting we should focus on describing the journey to achieving them, including the challenges and lessons learned. Such an approach not only helps others understand the process of achieving success, but also encourages empathy and connection. Consider the example of Eleanor, an entrepreneur who successfully expanded her company internationally. Unlike others, Elena chooses not to boast about her company's impressive revenues. Instead, she often talks about sleepless nights spent researching new markets, tense meetings with partners from different countries, and the tough decisions she had to make to ensure long-term stability for her company. Elena faced a significant challenge when deciding to expand into the Asian market. She needed a deep understanding of the unique business cultures of each country, from social etiquette to negotiation strategies. She spent months learning and adapting, continuously traveling between countries to build trustworthy relationships with local partners. These efforts required not only expertise, but also patience and perseverance. In meetings with her team, Elena always emphasizes the importance of collaboration and mutual trust. She shares past mistakes and the lessons learned from them, expressing deep gratitude to each team member who supported her on this journey. Elena's story not only inspires, but also shows humility and gratitude, a valuable lesson on how to share achievements without boasting. By adopting this approach, we not only enhance our appeal to others, but also develop into better individuals, living genuinely and humbly. This aligns perfectly with the teachings of Stoic philosophy, which states that humility and truth are the foundations of an ethical life. By sharing achievements honestly and without ostentation, we not only build trust and respect from others, but also create an environment of cohesion imbued with team spirit and mutual support. We have delved deeply into the behavioral mistakes that can diminish your appeal from the perspective of Stoic philosophy. Ask yourself, are you making any of these 5 mistakes? And if so, what will you do to change them, not just to become more attractive, but to live a more virtuous life according to the ideals of Stoicism? Stoic philosophy not only helps us recognize these mistakes, but also provides tools for us to improve ourselves. By applying the principles of self-control, humility, and sincerity, we can lead our lives in a more positive and meaningful direction. If you find the information in this video useful, do not hesitate to share your thoughts in the comment section. Today's question for you is, which behavior will you start changing first to develop yourself according to the ideals of Stoicism? Please share your answer below, and don't forget to like and share this video if you find it helpful to you or others. Finally, subscribe to our channel to not miss any videos about better living and philosophy in your daily life. Stay tuned for more videos displayed at the end of today's video. Thank you for watching, and see you again in the next videos. Let's continue our journey of self-improvement through Stoic philosophy.